Oh. Mm. Are you close enough to get my pimples?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about my dimple? There's this cheek here. I walked up behind someone who was swinging a bat. Yeah, it was a bat. Boy, he hit me right there. I'm telling you, hey, you know what it did? It was so hard that it pushed it pushed the flesh right against the bone, and hey, it made a little dimple.
How old were you?
I was about, I was probably 7 or 8, something like that. Didn't knock me down, but boy, I'll tell you, it sure,
It rung your bell pretty good, huh?
it rung my bell too.
So when'd you come back to California?
Jack, we came out, the first time we came out, it was, I was 4 years old.
You came from Oklahoma, right?
Yep. We stayed a little over a year, almost 2 years, and went back, stayed a year, came back to California, and never went back again.
You're from the what part of Oklahoma?
Holdenville, Oklahoma.
What year was it?
Huh?
What year?
Oh, let's see. It was 1924 and 5. 1920. It was 1928 when we first came out. And then the last time we came out, it was 1929, almost 30, 1930.
Your purpose on coming to California?
What?
Your purpose?
Try to get some biscuits on the table.
What was going on in Oklahoma that caused you to come to California?
I don't know. I really don't. I think they were going through they were having dust storms in, you know. And I was just a little kid. I can't remember that, you know. I can remember after we got back to the second time, the second time we came out, or we went back the second time. And my brother was swinging an axe, or was it I don't know what it was. It was probably a sledgehammer or something. See, he was almost 3 years older than me. Oh boy.
He was swinging an axe and chopping some wood, and I believe, and he took your little toe off, didn't he? Or most of it.
I put my foot on the piece of lumber he was chopping, and he told me, "Don't do that. You do that, and I can't remember it, but this was the story." He says, "I'll chop your toe off."
Put it right back up there, huh?
Yes. Say to my time, he did
Yeah.
it.
So, you came to California as a result of the Dust Bowl
That's exactly right.
in the early 1930s,
Well,
late 20s, early 30s.
yes.
You came to the Central Valley
Yep.
and settled.
And settled in San Joaquin.
The city of San Joaquin.
Yep.
And what did you guys drive in on the one your way out? What was
Model
that?
T Ford.
It's Model T Ford.
Yeah. The second time, Dad had an old. He had an old. I believe that it was an old Dodge truck.
When you drove out here, what was that trip like? Do you remember? I know it's been a while, but
Oh shoot, we kids, we enjoyed it.
sure.
Traveling, you know.
Thought it was vacation, huh?
Yeah, just like a vacation, right? Yeah.
But really, thinking back on it, it wasn't, was it?
No, not really. No. Mm-mm. No. They couldn't spend too much money for food because hey, you had to put gas in your car.
Did you always have money for gas?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they might have stole some. I do know one thing. While we were there the second time, we went down to, in the summer, we went down to Arkansas. And they had a big peach orchard down there. And they thought Dad and Uncle Charlie, that was my mother's brother-in-law, and he was with us, and he had 2 kids, and Mom had 2 kids, and we got down there, and let's see. Mom, yeah, I think my mother got a job. I don't know what she's doing with the peaches, but she was, you know, maybe taking the rotten ones out or whatever, you know, that were skinned up and so forth. And she was the only one. My aunt, nope, she couldn't get on.
And your family were a bunch of farmers in Oklahoma.
Yep, that's what they were. Yep. Anyway, boy, listen, we didn't have much to eat. Gravy. Oh. Anyway, Aunt Inez, that was my mother's sister. She said, Bessie, you and Jack get your coats on. I said, well, what are you going to do? And she says, we're going to have something to eat tonight. Of course, boy, we were all ears then. So she took us, and we started walking down the road. And those days, they'd have an old hotel out in the country. And so she walked up, knocked on the door, and a man came to the door and said, what can I do for you, ma'am? And she said, sir, we're down here about half a mile or 2 miles, and we have 4 children and 4 adults. And she said, and we have nothing to eat. Could you give us something that was left over from your meal tonight? And he said, I sure can, ma'am. And she had a bucket with her with a lid on it. And the bucket was a bucket that they bought lard in. They didn't have, we didn't have what we have now. It was lard. Anyway, he put beans, and gravy together in that bucket, and almost filled it up. It was a gallon bucket. Almost filled it up. And oh, that was the best food I've ever eaten. Good gravy. Yep, Jack, those were tough times. And we weren't by ourselves. We were not by ourselves.
When you came out to California the second time, you're here.
Yep.
What was that like?
Oh, same as the first time almost. But
How were you treated?
same way. Okies.
Which
What do you
was?
Okies want anyway? Bunch of, let's see, they called us a bunch of white trash. Yeah, white trash. I used to think white trash. My brother, boy, he had fights. Oh, Virgil.
How'd you react to it?
I didn't want to fight. It's too hard. It's too hard on your face.
But your brother didn't seem to mind it too much, huh?
Nah, no. Not when he got mad.
You ever get mad during that time?
Oh, Jack, I can't remember. I don't believe. No, I don't think I was mad, angry. I was just, when they said white trash, man, trash. If they'd have said, oh, all these white Okies come to California, they didn't say that. And you know what trash is? It's what you sweep out the door.
Good for nothing, right?
That's right.
Got treated pretty badly as a kid, I guess.
Yes, we did. Yes, I did until I was in high school. And when I got into high school, I was a pretty good student, and I got into sports, football, basketball, even though I was small, and baseball. I was catcher on the team.
And is that how you messed up your finger?
No. what messed up my finger is I was playing on a church team. Church team, and didn't have a glove. And a cockeyed ball hit the end of my finger and just folded over.
And there it stayed, huh?
Yep, there it stayed. I was probably, I'd say probably 28 or 30. And when I was 25, we joined the Mormon Church.
Why?
Because your grandmother wanted to. Yep. I finally decided, yeah, it's true. As far as religion is concerned, yes, it's true.
Grandma took to it quick. It took you a little time.
Yeah, oh yeah, she really.
She took to it quick, and
Yep, she did.
you had to warm up to it a little bit,
Yep,
right?
yep. I liked the elders. They were good boys, good friends. Yep. When I was in grammar school, Jack, I'd get up. Virgil and I would get up. Virgil, he didn't go to the cotton patch. You know what a cotton patch is? It's cotton that hasn't been picked.
Ah.
And I'd get up and go out, and I would pick 75 to 100 pounds of cotton before I went to school.
And how old were you?
I was, let's see, I must have been about 13. Yeah, 13. Between 13 and 14.
13 or 14?
Yeah, because when I was in lower grades, I was in the first grade, and we moved 4 times when I was in the first grade. And needless to say, I didn't pass.
Was that here in California or
Yeah,
is it?
this is here in California. So I had to go to the first grade over again.
Oh.
4 times for a little first grader. Good grade. Yep. Oh.
Where'd you guys live when you were here in California?
Dad finally bought a house. It wasn't a big house, it wasn't a nice house, it was just a place to put your bed, your stove, and table and chairs. Yeah. But we made it. I never gave up. I really didn't.
Why?
Because I thought that I could do better. And I wanted to do better.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Yep. I got good grades, pretty good grades in high school. And of course I met my sweetheart. And I finished high school, and she was in her last year in high school.
Then after you graduated high school, then what'd you do?
I told her, I said, hey, let's see, what did I do? Oh, my dad got he got a hay baler. He bought a hay baler when I was 14. And of course, you bale hay in the summertime. And which was nice because, hey, I and Virgil could help Dad, see?
Sure, yeah.
Boy, listen, we made money. You're not kidding, we made money. Jack, we were making over $100 a day. Yep.
That was good money for those days, wasn't it?
Oh boy, you're not woofing, it was. And so
What year did you graduate high school?
I went to high school. I graduated from high school in 1942, I believe it was. 1942, yeah. 1942. And I'm going back. And I want you to go with me. I'd sure like for you to go.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
Well, once you graduated high school, what did you do?
Well, couldn't work, not in high school, just couldn't do it, except in the summertime. And man, we did.
Sure. Did you after completing high school? Did you enlist in the military?
Uh,
Kind of had to, didn't you?
no, I didn't go to the military right away.
Hmm.
And I went to the military, and let's see, I was 21. I was 21 when I went to the military, and I was in the military for a little over a year. Graduated from a school, graduated from a class that they had.
What year was it that you went in?
I
What-
believe it was 1942, Jack.
1942, 1944, somewhere in there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, 1944. Yeah.
You were only in about
It was kind of in the end of the war,
which war? Second World War?
Second World War. Yeah, and I was in almost a year, and they put me in a as a photo lab technician, and so I graduated. We started off with about, I would say, I'm sure there were 35 or 40 guys. We'd march to school, and by the time we got to the end of it, there were 7 guys left, and I was one of them, just lucky. The rest of them had been sent off and sent to other places. And
Well, I'm sure intelligence and discipline may be a factor in it, probably.
yeah, well, I liked it. I did. I liked going to that school. And then I got out. My dad had something to do with that. And I enjoyed. I enjoyed being in the military. I really did.
What branch?
I was in the oh boy, let's see, Air Force.
Was it called the Air Force then?
Yeah,
Or was it called the Army Air Corps?
Army Air Corps. Of course. Well, Jack, I've got to go home.
Okay, Grandpa.
Okay.